Start getting ready for the warm-ups. We'll start with practices to tone up the legs. So keep the hands by the side. Do it with complete awareness and slow speed. Breathing in, bring both the hands up, interlace them over the head. Turn the palms facing upwards. Hold your breath. Breathe out completely. Now breathing in, take the hands completely up. Slowly come on your toes and stretch the hand as much as you can. Feel the elongation of the spinal cord. Feel each vertebrae expanding and distancing from each other, allowing the nerves to come out. Breathe normally to hold your position. Focus your attention at one point in the front and hold as long as you are comfortable. And then very slowly breathing out, come down and then bring the hands down. Keep the hands there only for the second round. Take some rest. And then when you're ready, start breathing in, raise the hands up. And then come on your toes. Hold your balance. Be aware of the stretch in the spinal cord. See how your chest is expanded vertically, creating more vacuum and more space for the lungs to expand. See how the shoulder muscles are when your hands are extended upwards. Be aware of them. Now very slowly breathing out, first bring the legs down, then bring the hands down, and then bring the hands down from the side. Now just be in that position. Be aware of how you are standing. Is your body steady or is there a slight sway in the body? Just become conscious and aware if there is a sway in the body and try to stabilize it. Try and find out how your weight is distributed between the right leg and the left leg. See if they are equally distributed. If you find one side is carrying more weight, try to make small adjustments in your posture and see if the weight can be equally distributed. Become completely aware of this. Now we'll do the sideways bending. So you will interlace the fingers in the front. Breathing in, bring the hands up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, bend to the right side and hold your breath. Breathing in, come back to the center, hold your breath. Breathing out, laterally bend to the left side, hold your breath. Breathing in, come back to the center, hold your breath. Breathing out, bring both the hands down from the side. Second round, very slowly with complete awareness, synchronizing the breath with the movement. That means by the time you finish breathing in, the hands must be in the upward position. So keep the hands interlaced in the front. Breathing in, bring the hands up. Synchronize it with the breathing. When you finish breathing in, the hands are straight up. Hold your breath. Now synchronize with the breathing out. When you finish breathing out, you should have bent as much as possible laterally on the right side. Breathing in, come back. Hold your breath, hold your position. Now breathing out, laterally bend to the left side, keep the hands straight, don't bend the hands. Make sure your body doesn't move forward or backward, you're only laterally bending. Come back to the center and breathing out, bring the hands down from the side. Now we'll do one forward bending. So you will keep the hands in the front. Breathing in, bring both the hands up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, bend forward. Reach wherever you can comfortably reach. Don't strain. If possible, try to touch the ground. If not, leave it. Then breathing in, come back. Hands over the head. Hold your breath. Breathing out, bring the hands down from the side. Those who have any low back problem, don't bend too much. Be in your comfort zone and stop before it creates a discomfort. As you continue to practice, your flexibility will increase. You will be able to touch the ground, but don't push it. Take your time. Second round, breathing in, bring both the hands up. Hold your breath, hold your position. Try to stretch the hands as much as you can comfortably go. Breathing out, very slowly bend forward. Take the hands as much down as it can go. Breathing in, bring the hands up. Both the hands are over the head. And then slowly bring the hands from the side. Sorry. Now we're going to try something else to increase the flexibility of your back. Be extremely careful, particularly those who have any low back problem. What we are going to do is spread the legs a little bit. First I will demonstrate and then you practice. First breathing in, you will take the hands up. Breathing in, you will take both the hands up and then bend it at the wrist as though they are lying loose. Now in this position, you will come bending forward and the body is horizontal to the ground. Once you reach here, you will try to go like a jula. So get ready. Start. Breathing in, bring both the hands up. Bend the hands at the wrist. Keep them loose. Hold your breath. Breathing out, come to make the body horizontal to the ground. Hold your breath, do jula. Then you need to breathe in, come up. Breathing in, bring the hands up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, bring the hands slowly down from the side. And then sit down. Be in yogic breathing. Yogic breathing means start breathing in, expanding your abdomen. Then start expanding your chest. Then expand your shoulder and your clavicle. And when you're releasing your breath, release the shoulder and the clavicle. Then release your chest. Then release your abdomen. Take it inside as much as it can go. And continue in this yogic breathing till we start the class. Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa and chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around you that keeps you protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I am creating 3 layers of protection. Outermost layer consists of 6 friendly creatures, an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I am lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall to go up all around me, creating a protective shield. Third layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of mantra Om that I'm chanting. Take your awareness to Mooladhara Chakra at the perineum, between the anus and the genitals for men, at the cervix for ladies. 4-petal lotus, red color. Take a deep breath in. Take your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra at the spinal terminus, 6-petal lotus, orange color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura Chakra, behind your navel, 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind your heart center, 12-petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi chakra behind your throat pitch, 16 petal lotus blue color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Agnya chakra behind your eyebrow center. 2 petal lotus indigo color. Increase pitch further, take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Sahasrara chakra, center of the top of your head. 1000 petal lotus, white color. Take a deep breath. Increase your pitch further. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadi Ma Vidishavahai Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Interlace all the fingers, left hand thumb up, right hand thumb, and index finger rotating around the left hand thumb. Keep your hands near your chest. Follow me in making your sankalpa. I'm chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health, mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I go down before you, catching your legs, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health. And I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping my body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. If you know the mantra, chant along, otherwise just feel the vibrations of the mantra. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Very slowly disengage both your hands, keep them on your knees. Keep your body steady. In the steadiness of that body, try to experience the steadiness of your mind by just becoming a standby observer who is looking at the thoughts when they come in and go out, and see how they are reducing in number. Don't stop any thought, don't participate in it. You are just a disinterested, passive, standby observer. Now we'll try to introduce dharana into the practice. Bring your attention to your eyebrow center, Bhrumadhya. Visualize the flame of a burning lamp. See how the wick is coming out from the base, and the flame is starting at the bottom, just above the wick. At the edge of the wick, there is a red blob. The flame around that is very thick. And as the flame goes up, it becomes thinner and then it stops. Only move your attention from the top of the flame to the bottom at the starting of the wick, and then bring it up to the top of the flame. Let your attention move only from the top to the bottom of the flame with full concentration only on the flame. If any thought interferes, allow the thought to come in and become conscious of the thought trying to interfere. Bring your attention back to the flame. Om Gananam Tva Ganapatikvam Avamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashvinvannu Dipissida Sadhanam Om Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prachodayad. Om Namo Iranya Bhagave Iranya Varnaya Iranya Rupaya Iranya Padaye Ambika Padaye Uma Padaye Pashu Padaye Namo Namaha. Pradagam Satyam Param Brahma Purusham Krishna Pingalam Urdhvaredam Virupaksham Vishwarupaya Vai Namaha. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Just observe where your thoughts are. Are they focused on the flame? Has your mind already captured and gone, taken you somewhere else? If so, don't get frustrated. Just become aware that it had hijacked and taken you somewhere, and bring the attention back on the flame. Now feel energy coming up from Mother Earth, going up through your spinal cord, emerging out from your Sahasrara, and it is becoming a big energy ball. You as a soul is coming out of your body, entering this energy ball, And you're invoking the divine presence of Lord Dhanvantari into this ball, requesting him to accompany you in your journey to the presence of the Lord of creation. Pay your respects to Lord Dhanvantari, then release the energy ball, let it disengage from your head, let it start moving up towards the sky. Feel all the apartments becoming smaller and smaller below you as you go upper and upper in the sky. So the whole earth you can see below you. You're crossing the earth's crest now. You're slowly transiting the planets. You can see galaxies around you. You're crossing the first plane of existence, second plane, third plane, fourth plane. You're transiting the fifth plane, the plane of your ancestors. See all those ancestors who have left this earth waving out to you. If you had any unfinished communication with any of them, complete it now. If you want to offer any apologies to any of them, offer it now. See all of them waving enthusiastically as your energy ball is transiting higher and higher. You're now crossing the sixth plane of existence. The rainbow plane. See the rainbow colors in this plane. Take your ball further up. You're in the last plane of existence. You're transiting that. You see a structure with a small window with a shimmering light coming out. You're directing the energy ball going inside that window, and your energy ball is landing in the midst of shimmering white light. You're stepping out of the energy ball with Lord Dhanvantari, and you are now in front of the Lord of creation. The Lord of creation is nothing but a ball of energy. That ball of energy is in front of you. Powerful white light is enveloping you and penetrating each and every cell in your body. Now ask for whatever you want to the Lord of the creation. If you want to heal some portion of your body, ask for healing. If you have some difficulty that you want to overcome, ask for overcoming the difficulty. If you want guidance, ask for guidance. And after you have finished asking, visualize the Lord of creation telling you, it's done, it's done, it is done. Repeat this 2 more times on your own. Now pay your respects to the Creator. Feel each and every cell in your body vibrating with energy now. They're all dancing with joy, restoring your body to complete perfection. All the cells are vibrating at their harmonic frequency, restoring total health inside your body. See this happening. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaaya Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarva Bhaya Vinashaya Sarva Roga Nivaranaya Trailokya Padaye Trailokya Nidaye Sri Mahavishnu Swarupa Shri Dhanvantari Swarupa Shri 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 औषधचक्र नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरये अमृत कलश हस्ताय सर्वभय विनाशाय सर्वरोग निवारणाय त्रैलोक्य पदये त्रैलोक्य निधये श्री महाविष्णु स्वरूप श्री धन्वन्तरि स्वरूप श्री 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 औषध चक्र नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय वासुदेवाय धन्वन्तरये अमृत कलश हस्ताय सर्वभय विनाशाय सर्वरोग निवारणाय त्रैलोक्य पदये त्रैलोक्य निधये श्री महाविष्णु स्वरूप श्री धन्वन्तरि स्वरूप श्री 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 औषध चक्र नारायणाय स्वाहा। Slowly get back into this energy ball with Lord Dhanvantari. Start the energy ball and emerge out from the window, offering your respects to the Creator. Then start descending down. See all the planes going one after the other, 7, 6, 5. See your ancestors waving out, encouraging you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Galaxies, planets, darkness, light, intervening each other. Come into Earth's crest. Start descending down. See the Earth around you. See the whole world. Start descending further, heading towards India. Start descending further down, heading towards your respective residences. Land the energy ball on top of your heads. Lord Dhanvantari is going away. Pay respects to him. Thank him for being your guide in the journey to the Creator and back. And then step back into your body. Just become conscious and aware of your body. Be aware of all the limbs. Be aware of how you are sitting. Start becoming conscious of your breath. And when you're fully ready, very gently rub your hands, keep them on your eyes, and very slowly disengage the hands, open your eyes, and get ready for the practices. So we are going into lesson 14. Lesson 14 starts with something that can be, when explained, a little revolting, and that practice is called Guna Shodhana. But it is a practice that is there in the books. So we'll explain it. You can practice it if you have the mental stamina to do it, and you can ignore it if you don't want to. Mula Shodhana is basically cleansing of your ills. And the practice for this that is prescribed is either the use of your ring finger or middle finger, or if you don't want to do it, you can use the stem of a haldi plant. But it has to be made sure that it is smooth when you are trying to insert. You have to sit in the squatting position, the position of the Indian toilet, and you will insert the finger first, say half a centimeter, and then rotate it inside. Then you will take it out, wash your hands, wash your anus, then you try to insert a little more, and again rotate the finger inside, and then take it out, wash your hands, wash your anus. And then finally you will take it up to almost 2 centimeters and then repeat the process. When you do this, it will increase your excretionary capacities, all constipation will disappear, all the nerves connected at the edge of those places will get stimulated, the blood circulation at the bottom of the anus will increase, and when the excretion is very good, the digestion will improve. When the digestion improves, the energy transmission to the cells improves. When the energy transmission to the cells improves, functioning of the cells improves, and you will start finding overall improvement in your health. I will take an extract from the book of the complete description and put it onto the group so that you can try to read it as well, because it's something that can be done only in your privacy. It cannot be demonstrated. So you'll have to try and experiment with it yourself and see if you want to continue the practice. And if you want to, you continue, otherwise you don't. So the practice is called Mula Shodhana. The second practice that we have in terms of the asanas today is Yoga Mudra. The best way to practice Yoga Mudra is in Padmasana. If you cannot sit in Padmasana, then obviously you will try either Ardha Padmasana. If Ardha Padmasana is not possible, then you will keep your legs down, but try and keep it in such a way that your knees are touching the ground. That's the first requirement for Yoga Mudra. The second requirement is to hold the hands. Now you will be keeping the hands behind you. So you can keep the hands interlaced at the back. You can keep one hand rotated around the wrist of the other hand. That is, the right hand is rotated around the wrist of the left hand. And you can keep at the back like that. Or you can keep the right hand rotated around the wrist and the left hand is in Chin Mudra. I'll turn around and show each one of them. I'll come a little closer to the camera for you to see it clearly. So that's the position that you will be in any of these. And the last one is to create a fist and keep it at the bottom of the abdomen. So we'll try all variations one by one. I'll first demonstrate a little closer to the screen, turning around at the back. So if you're interlacing the fingers, you're interlacing like this. And then when you're moving forward, you'll move forward like this. If you're holding the hand around, you'll hold it like this. And then you'll move forward like this. The third one is, you'll hold like this, but the hand is in either Chin Mudra, or if you want to keep Hridaya Mudra, if you want to have a better heart, you can keep in this and then you bend forward. So those are the three variations at the back. The other one is in the front. I hope you could see it clearly. If you have any doubts, please let me know right now so that I can demonstrate once again. All right. So if you are ready, sit in any comfortable asana that you are comfortable with. Keep the hand at the back and then just breathe normally, allowing your body to relax. Just relax the whole body, loosen up the whole body. And now start getting ready for the practice by taking a long, deep breath inside. And then when you are breathing out, you will bend forward. Wherever you are comfortable, you will reach till there. Those who are extremely flexible will let their forehead touch the ground. And then let the hands loosen up from the side and relax the whole body in this position. And breathe normally to hold the position for a longer time. Come up whenever you are uncomfortable. Those who are comfortable will continue to hold till I tell you to come up. But breathe normally so that you can hold your position. And then slowly come back, breathing in. Wonderful. And then release the hands, bring them on your knees and sit comfortably and experience the effect of what you have done. How do you feel the abdomen now? How does the backside feel? If you're doing this for the first time or you're a beginner, don't be in the position for a long time. There are two alternatives that is possible. One is you keep this for a very long time. Second is you increase the number of times. So you come down, then you come up. Then you come down, then you come up. So you can practice this about 10 times. If you don't want to practice, keeping the head bent forward for a longer time. So choose out of the two alternatives, choose any one and stick with it. And that is your choice. Don't compare with what others are doing. Be in your own zone. I will demonstrate the longer holding. Whenever you want to release, please release. And don't bend beyond the position where you start experiencing a discomfort at the back. For example, if I am coming like this, beyond this I feel some discomfort at the back, I should stop here. I should not go down further. And as you keep practicing, slowly you will start able to move forward. Allow your flexibility to take its time to increase. So get ready for the second round. Those who are practicing the long one will take a deep breath inside. As you breathe out, you will come forward. Allow the hands to be relaxed. Allow the back to be relaxed. The front to be relaxed. Observe the contraction of the front side of the body. Observe the lengthening of the back side of the body. See how you are breathing. When you're breathing in, can you feel the abdomen expand, press against the heels? Pay attention to your posture. If the mind has wandered, bring it back to your posture. Then slowly breathing in, come back. Wonderful. The fact that you're able to hold on for such a long time is good. Make sure you're not feeling giddy. In case by any chance you feel giddy, please lie down in Shavasana and rest. If you're not feeling giddy, just be observant of the steadiness of your body. And now we are going to keep the fist and keep it at the lower abdomen on either side. So when you bend forward, you should get a nice pressure at the lower abdomen from the fist. This will activate and stimulate all the lower organs. It will help you recover from diabetes. It can help you recover from hypertension. It will help you from recovering from sexual disorders. It stimulates the various nerves. You have a nice lengthening of your spinal cord. The vertebrae extend between each other, allowing the nerves to come out smoothly without any pressure. That increases the overall communication between the brain and the body. There are multiple benefits from this asana. Feel the nice pressure at the lower abdomen. And then breathing in, very slowly come back. And now stretch your legs release your legs very slowly. Otherwise, the knees can get into a lock. So release the leg very slowly. And after you have released the leg, please fold the leg slowly like this. And then stretch it out. Anuj, release the leg slowly. Release the leg slowly. And then fold the leg like this. Very good, Anuj. You could hold for a very long time. And then move the knees up and down. When you're ready, we'll do one more round with the fist. Okay? When you're ready, take a deep breath. Feel the nice massaging effect on the lower abdomen. This practice also blocks or reduces the blood flow to the lower legs. Therefore, the blood gets circulated more into the abdominal muscles and abdominal organs. They get an increased circulation. The stale blood from there is pushed out. Energy absorption in that place by the organs is increased. Then breathing in, very slowly come back. And then relax. Now in that position, those who are very comfortable, whose forehead can touch the ground, can practice an advanced variation. Just watch. Only those who are very comfortable will try, others need not try. So you will go down, first you will touch your forehead, after that you will tilt your head up, your chin will touch the floor. And then you will try to take the chin forward a little more. And then you will slowly take the forehead back on the floor and then slowly come back. If any of you want to try, try. Otherwise, very slowly release your legs. And once again, fold the leg. And then lie on your stomach for a counter pose. Since we have done forward bending, we need to do a backward bending. So we'll do Bhujangasana. Bhujangasana we will do in 3 variations today. So lie on your stomach, hands by the side of your chest. Keep the forearm on the ground. Chin on the ground, forehead above. Or if you want, you can keep your forehead also on the ground, whichever is comfortable. Now in this position, first variation of Bhujangasana, you will lift your head up, but your forehand will be on the ground. So you can only come up this much. Be aware of this. Breathe normally in this position. Hold it for a longer time. And then very slowly come back. This works on the upper back. So one more time, keeping the hands on the floor, very slowly lift your head up. See how the upper back is activated, lower back is relaxed. Breathe normally. And then breathing out, very slowly come back. Now the second variation, watch first. In the second variation, you will slightly bring the hand up, but your navel is still on the ground, and now you are working on the lower back. So feel the contraction of the lower back. It will release you from the lower back problems, and then very slowly come down. Release has to be very slow. And the last time when we practice the last variation, I'll demonstrate and I can watch how we are practicing. You'll take the hand fully up. The hands are straight now. You're looking at the ceiling and you will feel a contraction at the lowest part of the spine. But you're using the hands and the strength of the hands to lift your body up. And then very slowly bending at the elbows, come down very slowly. Okay, so get ready for the second variation. You will slightly bring the hands up. Your navel is still on the ground. Be observant of your lower back. Feel a contraction at the lower spine. Feel the lower contraction releasing when you are coming down. Be observant of releasing and relaxing your lower back. All right. Just one round. Wait a minute, wait for my instructions, all of you. Just observe Kannan. Kannan, just do one round, demonstrating the coming down slowly.
So the second variation that we did?
Second variation, yeah. Just observe how slowly she comes down. That's the way to come down. And as you're coming down at that speed, say to yourself, I'm releasing and resetting the lower back muscles and see the effect of it. So all of you together, one last round, everybody together. Thank you, Kannan. Very slowly breathing in when you're coming up, contracting the lower muscles voluntarily at the back. As you're coming down, you're releasing, voluntarily relaxing and resetting the lower back muscles. Wonderful. Wow. That one demonstration has made a lot of difference. Everybody has now got into the act of coming down slowly. It's wonderful to watch it. Now the hand fully straight, last variation after rest. Take a little bit of rest, take a couple of breaths in, and then do it. When you finish 2 rounds, turn around and lie on your back in Shavasana. After 2 rounds, lie down in Shavasana. Relax. Just be in relaxation when you're in Shavasana. I'll wait for everybody to come into that pose. Don't rush, take your own time. Come into Shavasana only when you've completed your round. Just feel the effect of what all you have done. You did Yoga Mudra, you did Bhujangasana, you did a forward bend, you did a backward bend. How all this has made changes within your body. Try to look inside your body and see what kind of changes you can experience. And then start relaxing the body from the foot. Relax the foot, ankle, foreleg, knees, thighs, hip joints, buttocks, lower back, mid back, upper back, all the vertebrae in the spinal cord. Shoulders, both the hands, neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, the whole face, front side of the neck, chest, and try to see how your heart is beating rhythmically. Mentally, thank your heart for being there for you, beating non-stop 24/7. Try and see how your lungs are expanding and taking air inside, absorbing the oxygen, contracting and compressing and pushing the carbon dioxide out. Again, thank your lungs for being there for you 24/7. Now bring your attention to your diaphragm. These are organs where we never pay attention. So let's pay attention now and offer our gratitude. The diaphragm. See how it is moving up and down, up and down. Again, it works 24/7 non-stop. Thank the diaphragm. Then relax the abdomen. Now relax the whole body. As you command the body to relax more and more, the body sinks into the ground. And now be in awareness of the music and let the body experience deeper and deeper relaxation with the music. Slowly start becoming aware of your body. Start bringing your attention to the focus on your breath. See the breath going in at the nostril and coming out. Then gently fold your fingers, open them. Bend your hand at the elbow and relax it. Bend your legs and then stretch them back. Take your hands over your head and give a nice long stretch to the whole body. The feet are stretching in the front, hands are stretching at the back, and your whole body gets a nice stretch. And when you have had a nice stretch, then turn around to one side and very slowly sit up. In lesson 14, we are introducing the first of the three bandhas called the Jalandhar Bandha. So the Jalandhar Bandha is the neck lock. So basically what happens is, they say that at your Bindu Chakra, there is something called Amrut, a nectar. What happens in the normal life is that nectar flows down into your Manipura and it gets burned away. Whereas when you do Jalandhar Bandha, you block the flow of that nectar, and that helps you keep your youth for a much longer time. You feel more rejuvenated. When you take the Jalandhar Bandha, the front side of the neck is contracted, the back side of the neck is expanded. It gives a certain massaging effect to your thyroid and the parathyroid glands, helping them to be activated, and those glands secrete very important hormones, and therefore they do their function much better, keeping you in much better health. Now we will do, first I will demonstrate. You will keep your index finger and your middle finger on your eyebrows. The ring finger and your little finger is on the left side, the thumb is on the right side. So when you want to breathe in from the left, you will remove the little finger and the ring finger from the left nostril, breathe in. Then you will hold, and then you will do Jalandhar Bandha. Then you will come back. Only after your head is back, you will exhale. Please don't start exhaling when you are here. Wait till your head comes up, and therefore the extent to which you will hold has to be such that you don't become extremely breathless, so much so that when you start releasing, you want to give up and start breathing out. So only do this much holding where you can have enough time to come up till here, then release the thumb, breathe out from the right. Then breathe in from the right, hold again, come up, breathe out from the left. Then release your hand, breathe normally 2-3 times. When the breath is regular, then do the second round. So start. Continue till I tell you to stop. Remember only breathing out after your head is back into position. Complete the round you are doing and stop the practice and sit in meditative position for closure. While you are completing the round, I will start blowing the shank. Get ready to chant mantra Om 3 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. Take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma mritam gamaya, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम्. Rub your hands when they're warm, then keep them on your eyes. Feel the warmth flowing in from the palm into the eyes. Then gently open your eyes. Be observant of colors you see. Then slowly release your hands. Hari Om Tat Sat. So have a great weekend. See you all on Monday. Bye.